and welcome to Coaching Conversations with me, Marie Taylor, and Steve Crabb.
Hi there.
Today our topic of conversation is about branding and the branding of you as a coach or as a business. So come and join us. So Steve, how can business leaders and coaches stand out from the rest? How can they use brand to stand out from the rest?
It's a good question. I think it's important to realise the importance of that as a question.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you why. I was approached a few years ago by an organisation that wanted me to go on a register. And they kept pursuing and kept pursuing. And the only reason I took the call was because at least the guy was persistent.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, how did you look at the website and what did you think of it? So it's a nice website, it's a good website, and I'm not going to be joining it. He said, well, why is that?
Mm.
He said, because I don't recognise anyone there and everyone's the same. He said, we've made it generic so everyone gets an even chance to present themselves. And I said, well, I don't want that. You know, why would I put myself in with a group of people where, you know, if you think of a pattern, we all match the pattern.
Yeah.
We want to stand out from the group.
Yeah.
And I got a personal experience of that. There's a local newspaper used to be delivered through my house, and for years there was a very simple leaflet that kept coming through for a painter and decorator. It was the same design, just different coloured paper, but it was consistent.
Yes.
It was the same message.
We like that, don't we?
It was consistent. So my brain got used to it being there, but whenever they changed the colour, it stood out, made it memorable. So whenever I needed some painting and decorating done, they stood out. Yeah? They stood out from the crowd.
Nice.
Yeah. So you know, I'm not on the registers, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with registers. But why would I put myself, my business, in with everybody else when you're unique, you're uniquely you, I'm uniquely me. We're all unique anyway. That's our brand. Why lose that?
Yeah.
I don't get that. Yeah,
No.
I don't get that. I think it's I think a lot of coaches do it because they feel like they've got to be on the registers, you know, for credentials and credibility.
Or people sometimes think it gives them visibility when it doesn't.
It gives them invisibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. They blend in with the rest of the trees and the camouflage. You know, they become camouflaged. So I think, you know, say you're uniquely you. You've got your brand. I'm uniquely me. I've got my brand. And I think that's what a lot of coaches forget. It's the inquiry into who you really are, and just be yourself.
Yeah.
And find out within coaching what are the things you love to do, and you're good at it because you love to do it, and make that your niche so you stand out.
So when you're working with someone on brand, and coaching them around brand identity and standing out, what kind of things do you talk about?
Well, we go back to a conversation we had earlier about values. You know, what's really important to you.
Yeah.
We also have an inquiry into when there's a feeling of incongruency. It's trying to be something that you're not. Okay? So sometimes it's as equally good to know what's not you as it is to be able to work out what is you. And again, I had another personal experience of this when I had a conversation with someone who, great PR agent, and I had an idea for this project, and he basically said to me, I don't get it. That's not you. And I had to sit for a while and think, yeah, absolutely, you're right. I felt like this was something I should be doing rather than being something that was really me.
I think that's so important. I think it's important for business, but I think it's particularly important for coaches.
Totally.
So we meet them, those people that kind of, I've got to go on that course because everyone goes on it. I've got to go on this because everyone does it.
Well, the other point he made, which I think follows on from that, is that he was a PR agent for some great comedians, some great theatre people as well. And he said, people go to see, and I won't mention any particular name, they go to see this comedian because it's him, not because of the way it's packaged up.
No, yeah.
And he said to me, he said, you're looking to package you up. He said, it's not the packaging, it's you that people buy from. And it was some great coaching from someone who wasn't a coach. Yeah, and I thought, okay, that's quite interesting. I'm going to sit back, stop and reflect. I can see how I got drawn into this idea of packaging my business up in a way that I felt like I ought to be doing it.
Yes.
I should be doing it.
Yeah.
And once I realised that wasn't congruent. It was almost like being counterfeit. I hadn't realised it felt like it was almost being counterfeit, and we know the difference between having something which we buy, which is authentic, and a counterfeit.
So it's a bit
if
fake.
If it's ever happened, you've ever done that, there's no comparison.
Very
And
nice, yeah.
I think that's what makes us stand out. Be authentic, be yourself, show up, and make the difference. And also when you do your work, we're looking for the uniqueness that is you. And the other thing to look for is the difference that you make. When you combine those two, as a coach, your brand is always going to stand out.
Yes.
And when you have that uniqueness and when you have that value difference, people will pay a premium for that.
Yes. And maybe there's another piece of work or a piece of podcast to do around that, or something.
Value.
Yeah, around value.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And a lot of people don't always really value themselves to the degree that they ought to.
Yes. Thank you. Thanks for that. It's great. So if you have any questions for Steve or I, you will see in the credits after this how you can contact us by email. We'd love to hear from you. Also join our LinkedIn group, Business Coaching and Mentoring. And in our next conversation, we'll be talking about collaboration and its importance in terms of business and in developing your business. So until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.